Hi, my name is Simon Owens, and this is my daily vlog. Today, I wanted to talk about Twitter specifically through the lens of, a lot of criticism that's been launched against it in recent years. Obviously, its share prices over since its IPO have suffered. Its user growth has at least somewhat stagnated, and a lot of people have been saying that it's been failing to innovate and add new users, and because of that, it's falling further and further behind larger and faster growing networks like Facebook. But I wanted to kind of argue that in recent probably in the last 12 months, it's really started to right its ship, and we've kind of seen the results of that. We've seen that its user growth has started up again, and that it's improving its monetization strategy. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the features it's added that I think have helped in that regard. Specifically, I want to start with, the first one I would say would be its threaded tweets, where it's able to take an original tweet and then through threading it, have a chronological list of tweets that are responding to each other, and this has really allowed users to kind of break out of that 140 character limit and have more in-depth discussion, longer threads, really kind of dive deep into different topic areas. I've particularly liked how it's been used on the politics and policy side, where people can talk about a very specific subject like immigration or healthcare, and can really kind of um, add a lot of nuance to a discussion that just really wasn't possible before, when all we had were the 140 characters. The second thing is the algorithmic feed. Obviously, there was a lot of pushback when Twitter introduced that, because, as you know, for years, people have gotten outraged at Facebook's algorithm and have accused it of burying content and not showing content to people who have subscribed to pages. I myself, as a kind of Twitter power user who logs in a lot, I don't feel like I need the algorithmic feed as much. In fact, I would rather the reverse chronological order raw feed. But since Twitter has launched it, they have seen or have reported that they're getting higher engagement and higher time on site for it. And I'm guessing it's because for more casual users of Twitter, the raw feed just is pumping up way too much content. They've probably subscribed to way too many different users. So it's doing a really good job of surfacing the most engaging content, and that's keeping them more engaged every time that they land on the site. Another great thing that they did was they introduced images to the feed itself. It used to be that in order to see an image, you had to actually click off the site, and now, by adding images to the site, and not adding those images to the 140 character limit, so they don't. So if you upload an image, you still have the 140 characters to work with text. It's been creating just some great commentary. I especially love how users, when they basically screenshot bits of text and then are able to add layers of commentary onto it. I think it's allowed tweets to go viral more often, which obviously allows for more engagement and people outside the site to stumble on it. But it also just allows users to do what they want to do. Like, a lot of users love to take pictures, they love to take screenshots and stuff like that. And I think that's a big part of why people use Facebook. So Twitter took that strength that you find on other social networks and brought it to it, which is good. On a slightly related note, in terms of breaking out of the 140 character limit, also allowing video has been really good. And I especially like, since Twitter is such a current events centered company, I especially love how networks like CNN, Media Matters, C-SPAN, and users have just used it to take something that's currently happening in the political sphere, and bringing video into it, whether it's a congressman speaking on the House floor, or videos from protests. It's just been really valuable and really powerful tool that's been added to Twitter's tool set, basically. GIFs, another one. I'm not going to dwell too long on that, but GIFs have been kind of the currency of the internet, and it's no mistake that not only Twitter but also Facebook and other social networks have begun to allow it, and just recently Facebook copied Twitter in the sense of having being allowing a user to actually just open up its GIF tool and just search using different words to find GIFs, so they don't have to go and manually upload it themselves. So whenever Facebook copies Twitter, you know that Twitter is doing something right. Um, and with Trump being elected, uh, you know, the current events news cycle is just sped up so much, and you just can't deny that Twitter is the place you go for news, especially breaking news, and also just amazing analysis. And every time I see some big piece of news breaking, I like to go over to Facebook to see any sign of it on there, and there will be a several hour delay where some kind of piece of breaking news will show up on Facebook. There's just no denying that just up to the minute real time analysis, real time breaking down of policies. Um, it's just all happening on Twitter, and there's no other social network that can even compare to it. And we're just because of all these innovations, we are finally starting to see some strong results. And their most recently updated quarterly earnings, they saw better than expected earnings, especially after several quarters of disappointing results. They brought in $548 million, which was well above expectations from analysts. But more expectantly, that their users are growing again. They grew by 7 million users up to 328 million, which was more than what analysts are expecting. So obviously, there are a lot of struggles ahead. Twitter isn't, as far as I know, it's still not super profitable yet, but it has been innovating in the space, and it continues to be an invaluable resource. And there's a reason why it's one of the first apps that I always open on my phone during the day. So yeah, I think I'm bullish on Twitter. I think that the criticisms, while warranted in the past, they definitely need some revisiting, and I think that this company will continue to be around and continue to innovate, and I love that it's there.